the next day, and I'm pretty sure this is dry now, but I've just been to Lee Valley Tools, and you'll never guess what I got. I'm sure there's some people that would recognize what that is. It's a pen kit for making pens. Remember I showed you this monkey wood that had the holes in the wrong places? And I realized I was going to have a bunch of short pieces that I didn't know what I was going to do with. Well, I was thinking, this is really nice dense wood. It'd make really nice pens. So, I'm going to make a bunch of pens. I'll bet you there's people thinking, oh no, 16 videos about the Christmas pen. Well, maybe not. Maybe 15. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But that won't be until after this is finished. So let's see what we got here. Well, that was very unceremonious, wasn't it? Anyway, this is rock hard. I'll pass it through the sander, get it nice and flat, get that ring nice and flat, glue them together. I guess I gotta cut it into a disc. Okay, I'm not big on retakes, so what you see is what you got. You know, it's probably just about time that I retired this old sandpaper. But as I've mentioned before, every time I want to do something that's got a lot of glue in it, I stick this old sandpaper back on because I really don't care what happens to it. I like to use the sled when I'm passing something small like this through. That way the snipe will happen on the rails, not here on the small piece. Well, another one of my favorite sayings is, no use taking off any more, it's not going to get any smoother, it's only going to get thinner. Well, on this piece, this side seems to be the smoothest and flattest. So, and of this piece, this side seems to be the smoothest and flattest. So I'll glue these two halves together. But before I can do that, I have to cut these corners off. Now this jig that I made up for cutting circles on the bandsaw usually works pretty good. Now these magnets, they just lock the jig in place and it won't move. And here's another jig. Made this one up last year when I made those Christmas candy bowls. Put the wax paper down because I don't want to have the glue stick to this wood here. and the little X. Now if I mark this, then I know that I only need to put glue from here out. Now I may be putting too much on here. It's better too much than too little. This is the same brush I used yesterday, I just rinsed it out. With this waterproof Titebond though, if you don't rinse it out right away, you can forget it. Well, I can see I put way too much glue on. A little squeeze out, that's okay. Okay, there's the X. There, now you can see better. I'll tighten these in place. The reason I do this is because once I put this weight on there and press down, this will slide around and it'll it'll harden in the wrong place. There, now you can see it's not going to slide around. You can see the glue squeezing out there, and it's really only the outer part of the ring that's crucial. And as you can see, that seems to be gluing really well. You'll see when I turn it down on the lathe what I mean about only the outer part of the ring. You're probably sick of hearing me say this, but I think we're going to have to wait now till tomorrow and see what we've got.